In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make preserved leaves so that you can have leaves all fall and they won't crinkle up like this one. This is probably a couple days old falling off the tree, but you can quickly and easily preserve your leaves and they'll look like this all fall till Christmas and even maybe next year using a simple beeswax technique I'm going to teach you today. Go ahead and show you what you need to preserve your leaves with the beeswax technique. So of course you're going to need beeswax pellets. These I got on Amazon and I can link it in the description below, and you're going to want to make sure you get pellets, and it's very economical to use. We've probably used about a cup a year for the past 4 years. And then of course you're going to need to collect your leaves. Make sure they look fresh like this. You don't want any wrinkly old ones, so you can go ahead and collect them and have fun with your kiddos. And you don't have to just use maple leaves. You can use any kind of leaf, but of course we tend to love the different color variations of the maple leaves. And then you're going to be using your stove for this craft. So I always kind of make my own makeshift broiler system. I have a mixing metal pot on top, and you're going to go ahead and put the beeswax pellets inside of that. Make sure it's a pot that you never want to use again, or a dish that you never want to use again, because beeswax is very hard to get off. So this is just my beeswax bowl, and then underneath the bowl I have my saucepan, as you can see, and that has about 1 to 2 cups of water. And how this works is it's actually going to boil. The hot water is going to boil, and that's going to melt the beeswax. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Okay, so I've already boiled my water, and it boiled for a couple of minutes in order to melt the beeswax. As you can see, it's a liquid now. It's no longer a solid. It is quite hot. You can see it steaming, so just be careful. I don't really have my kids do that part. They just kind of pick out the leaves that they want, and then I do the hot part so they don't get burned. And I just make sure all of the pellets have been liquefied. And then I just take my leaves, as you can see, and I dip one side, and then if the other side doesn't have the liquid beeswax on it, I just turn it over, and I just make sure that all of the liquid beeswax kind of drips off. And then I'm using a paper plate because I don't want beeswax to get in any of my nice plates. It's very hard to get off, and I just keep doing the same thing. Again, you can use any kind of leaf. I just tend to love maple leaves because, as we know, the colors are just so beautiful this time of year, and we love to capture them and keep them on our table as a reminder to give thanks to God for all He's given us and the beauty that surrounds us during the fall. So it's just such a nice thing to have during this time of year. And you can see that they're drying. It does just take a couple of minutes, but then after they're dried, they're finished. Okay, so that's it. It is probably under 10 minutes to actually go ahead and preserve some leaves using this method. And I just wanted to quickly point out that, as you can see in the last video, you can see like a lot of whiteness, but as these dry and set and cool, the whiteness goes away. So it looks like a leaf that is just preserved, and this again is what it looks like. So the whiteness does go away. I just wanted to point that out because you probably don't want white leaves, but I always use a paper plate because I don't want to get any beeswax on my real plates. But I hope this video has been helpful. It's a super fun, easy craft to do with kids. And again, everything that you need is linked in the description. Of course, basically just beeswax and leaves and your kitchen equipment. And I'll see you next time.